up, guys? Got a good one for you. We're going to jump right into this video. What I did is I put a portfolio together to show as an example of what I can do with $1,600 investment. All right, what I did is I picked 5 coins that I believe that are going to be strong in the next bull run, 2025 or whenever it comes, because we can't predict it, obviously. But with $1,600, I was able to build 5 positions with 5 different projects, and I do believe that these will have max potential to be able to grow and scale out this portfolio with just $1,600. So I put this together so you guys can have an understanding of, can you invest with $1,600 between 5 different projects? Yes, you can. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm going to go step by step to show you how I chose these projects. They were chosen by research, understanding, and utilizing some data from historical all-time highs and where it's at and what I believe that these projects will do. So I hope you guys enjoy this. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Guys, let's talk about Ripple XRP. All right, so if you want to look into the website, it's ripple.com. That will take you to the website where you can find more information on XRP, but this will be our number 1 pick in our portfolio. So XRP is basically a financial service company that provides global and economic utility. So Ripple is a real-time cryptocurrency gross settlement system, currency exchange, and remittance network, and was created by Ripple Labs. The key thing to understand is that Ripple is working towards becoming the leader of international currency transfer markets. At the current time, it's super expensive to send money internationally from United States to Africa, from Africa to Europe, or whatever the case may be. And it also takes several days to make that happen. So, number 1, we're spending tons of money to transfer money to other countries, and number 2, it's very time consuming. So Ripple is built to knock out the cost of that and to make that transaction happen in seconds. So Ripple has stood out so much that it's attracted huge banks like American Express, Bank of America, HSBC, Barclays, Royal Bank of Scotland, Santander, UniCredit, and then Japan's SBI Holdings. Actually, the CEO of Japan's SBI Holding, which is one of the largest banks in Japan, actually had made a prediction about Ripple once winning the lawsuit against the SEC that Ripple would skyrocket as far as the value and the price goes for it. So just to touch on Ripple a little bit, that was just some information for you to understand what type of utility that Ripple provides and why I believe that it's a strong pick to be in this portfolio. For everybody that knows me, Ripple is my number 1 pick, one of my favorite cryptocurrencies. But next to that, HBAR is my second favorite. Sometimes I get a little bit twisted in between each one. You know, I can't decide which one I want to like the best, but I do believe that HBAR and Ripple are 2 of the hottest cryptos that are going to bring the most value to the cryptocurrency space. So let's get into HBAR. So HBAR, Hedera, it's a blockchain built on a novel ledger technology called Hashgraph. Hashgraph is a group of nodes that share information with each other called Gossip Protocol. This means that new transactions spread quickly through the community to share its uses as data structure containing a payload of those transactions, a timestamp, a digital signature, and 2 hashes, painting to earlier gossip structures as created. So that's basically essentially showing you that how transactions are processed through Hedera, which is called a hash graph. And that basically scales the ability for information and transactions to travel through this blockchain. So here's an example using the system compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum on how they work. So Bitcoin generally charges like $22.57 for transactions or fees, and Ethereum's around $19.55, or depending on what time you're doing it. HBAR only charges .00, I think it's 0.0001 cent per transaction. That's their fees. Their transactions are super low. In retrospect to that, Bitcoin and ETH also take, I think Bitcoin takes around, Bitcoin and ETH both take around roughly 10 to 20 seconds to complete a transaction, opposed to where HBAR only takes about 3 to 5 seconds. So, as HBAR being a layer 1 in competition with Bitcoin and Ethereum, HBAR is and has faster transactions and lower fees. It's pretty much a baby network. It's growing. I think XRP, to me, I've said it once before and I'll say it again. I think XRP and HBAR are the new Bitcoin and Ethereum. They will replace these, not necessarily in market cap, but I think as far as utility goes and the way that they're utilized, there's a significant amount of growth for both these projects. Hence why they're the top 2 projects in this small investment portfolio. I chose Internet Computer for this one. Internet Computer was created to give back to developers and users and take power from big tech giants such as Amazon and Google and Facebook. Such as Bitcoin gave users its control over money solely to users. It's kind of like where your centralized and decentralized aspect in currency with Bitcoin and banking systems. This is your decentralized from web internet. So what they're doing is making the internet decentralized, where users have more control versus the actual web and collecting data and all that stuff that is rightfully ours. To sum it up, it would basically remove the usage of personal information. Like example, if you order Netflix, you have to put in all your information, and they pick up all the algorithms from your phone usage and every bit of information that you've ever put on the internet. Netflix could actually figure out what type of movies you like, or based on what type of movie selections you're into, you start choosing them, and it could automatically pop up all these movies. And that's kind of what the internet does, right? So I don't know if you've ever been on Facebook and then you're scrolling through something, you might have been chatting about something with your friends, and all of a sudden this thing pops up on your phone. You're like, what the F? Crazy stuff, right? So Internet Computer is gauged to take that away, to where, personal data and personal information should only be shared if you really want to be, if you really want that to be shared. All right. So Internet Computer, that's our mid-risk coin. So let's jump into the next one. All right, guys, the last 2 coins that I'm going to be talking about are your higher risk coins, and these will either take you to zero on your $320, or they will give you a 80 to 100 and something X, whatever that looks like. So now, as I mentioned earlier, I didn't put any meme coins in here because I believe they're useless to build on something that doesn't have structure to it. A meme coin is basically, do people want to trend on it? Do people want to buy the hype on it or not? And that's where you'll know if you'll win or not. Chances are you won't, but you never know. People have won millions off of that, investing in, just at the right time in the right place. But essentially, I want to put something in this portfolio that has utility, has something behind it that could provide something for a consumer. and for structured business. All right, so this is Matrix, which is MRX ticker. So this is Matrix is built on quantum, not quantum. Yeah, quantum. Sorry, QTA, but not confused with quant. Something totally different. So quantum is a blockchain. It's an independent blockchain that drives utilities for users. It's a platform that can be used to scale out e-com, proof of work, proof of stake, and creating NFT tokens for personal or companies, either or. I see this as a decentralized Amazon or affiliate marketing project where you could build that on. They've created an academy for a wallet and other programs. Could be great for Web3. So with Web3 coming out as a narrative coming up, I do believe that this may have some potential. It's been on the market for quite some time, so it's not like it's a new coin. There's been some structure behind it. We've had 2 major pumps in the crypto market with this token, which I'll cover in the next section of this video. But yeah, so I'm actually going to go over a breakdown of the investments and how that's going to work. All right, the next token I'm going to be looking at is JASME. So JASME has been claimed as the Bitcoin of Japan, and I guess the reason behind that is that they're saying that it's one of the biggest coins out in Japan that a lot of people from Japan are looking into as being the leader for that country. But I actually like JASME. Had not invested in JASME earlier on when I first got into crypto. Didn't find too much into it, but they have actually put together a strong team. It has CEOs and COO leadership from Sony, which I think is a big upstep for them. There's a lot of plans and scales and plans to scale the business and to grow this currency. So, all right, so JASME, let's talk about it. It's a landscape where users can control their data. Platform stores and saves users' data based on their wishes. So users can actually store data in a personal data locker that is secure in JASME storage system. All right, JASME does this using IPFs. So if you don't know what IPFs are, they're interplanetary file systems, basically high-tech file systems that are really hard to break into. They use a security system which is called a SKC, which is called a security knowledge communicator. This communicator allows users to trace and keep control of their data and what's going on. Again, I think that this project will be pretty big for the next bull run in 2025. So one thing I want you guys to keep in mind is that I didn't pull these projects out of a hat. I kind of, I've been following them for some time. I've done some research thoroughly because obviously I wouldn't do that without putting these out there. Just like that, what I'm trying to do is help anybody that has not been in crypto, that is really wanting to get in crypto and doesn't have too much money. $1,600. I mean, that's not too hard to get to, right? I mean, I got a couple different alleys that we could try to get to $1,600, but we want to do it as quick as possible, especially with some of the volatility in the markets. The faster you get to your 1,600 and lock in your portfolio, you just sit there and wait and watch, or you could continue to grow it or build another additional portfolio using some of the methods that I put together to make these projects go into a portfolio. So I'll go over some of the steps on, some of the potentials with these projects, some historical data. Numbers don't lie. All I'm doing is using data from the past and where it's at currently. All right, so I'm not making up nothing in my head. Now the markets could go either way. There's so much volatility, but I wanted to give you guys some structure on how to actually put together a solid portfolio with very little money. All right, let's jump into the next phase. Alright guys, I actually set some targets together of exiting these $1,600 portfolio. Disclaimer, not financial advice, just for example and education. So looking at these, I set some targets based on the coins that we talked about earlier. So I have 5 different projects: XRP, HBAR, ICP, MRX, and JASME token. So what I did is I took some target sell prices and target profit takings. Alright, so I set 3 layers of selling, and basically it's going to be based on where I think the markets are going to top out at, or are we going to reach that all-time high, or are we going to blow off top the all-time high. So what I did, if you guys could take a look at this at your own leisure in the video. So if not, request a copy. I'll pin it to the description. So XRP has 3 different targets for 3 different prices. Hedera the same, and Internet Computer the same, MRX as well, and then JASME. So I did set these higher risk at a lower take profit from their all-time high previously, because there is a big potential chance that they will not hit those all-time high. There is a potential chance that these will go to zero. The ones I am very confident in are the XRP, HBAR, and ICP, as in making some return on investment. So these are the targets that I'll be utilizing for the next 2025 bull run. So my main goal is to get to these as soon as I can, get to the 1600 as quick as possible. All right, whatever means to do that, whether I DCA $100 a week, $200 a week, $250 every 2 weeks, whatever I can to get to that 1600 to make this happen. All right, so my targets, basically I pulled those targets from historical data based on the all-time highs and the all-time lows of where we're at. All right, and I did that for each and every token, HBAR. So I pulled the low where we're at against the all-time high and set targets within that structure for every single one. Now, the reason why I said that Internet Computer is going to make where I'm confident that this will get back to some higher highs is based off the information that I provided you guys with and the scaling that this company's doing. So I do believe we will hit somewhere around the maximum of anywhere from $100 to $200, at least half of where the all-time high was. If you take a look at the market cap when it was sitting at the all-time high was roughly about 30 plus billion. All right, and right now it's sitting at roughly around it's 1.9 billion. Let's see if I can pull it. Yeah, right here, $2 billion. So it's got a long way to go to hit that all-time high as far as market cap goes, but I am confident that this will do some damage. These last 2 coins, they're up in the air. You know, it's a coin toss. You know what I mean? So we did see some pumps and some rallies within the 2018 to 2023 where we're at. This is a coin that I said it's been in the market for a while. It had a huge rally up and, you know, a couple little pumps, but I do think with the next bull run we'll see somewhere in the nature around at least hitting like the, you know, double zeros. I think we'll drop a 0 or 2 potentially. That's why I'm really confident in that project, and not to mention what they got going on. JASME, the same case, same identical case with MRX. I do believe that it's going to be in the same situation. JASME got a lot of backing, especially since Japan went fully in with the crypto. Japan looks at this coin as the Bitcoin of Japan, so that speaks for itself. A lot of money that could potentially flow in once we get this bull run started. So again, this video has been put together for you guys to understand that with $1,600 there can be huge potential behind it. These can be some potential targets that you could cash out on. Right here, if we just take a quick look, $320 to $1,500. 320 to 2800, 320 to 1900, 320 to 16 grand, and 320 to 8,000. I mean, there's some huge potential that could happen. Just believe in what you're doing, hold tight, put this portfolio together, or put a portfolio together, not this one exactly, but I wanted to give you some ideas on how you can put it together and what that would look like. So again, this is not financial advice. Don't buy or sell anything that I put up on this content, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you got any type of knowledge out of it, drop a like and subscribe to my channel, because I will be bringing more videos like this that could provide lots of content, or lots of information. I'm sorry, and my apologies, I've been sick for the last couple days, so yeah, my voice is all screwed up, but appreciate you guys. Take care. God bless.